Have you ever been in a situation with a healthcare professional where you felt that maybe you should give a gift, but you weren't sure if it was against company policy or maybe even the law? This comes up a lot, and it can be tough to know what to do. Imagine that a doctor you know is speaking at a medical conference. You know that our competitors will be there. Do you deliver a pair of expensive tickets for a sporting event to him at the hotel and risk violating the rules? Or do you passively sit back and watch as your competitors cluster around him, knowing that some of them are likely to give him substantial gifts and possibly win his business? It can feel like you're at a crossroads without a map. The good news is that by the end of this short video, you'll have the tools to make the right decision with confidence. You'll make the best choice for yourself and for our company and avoid any potential negative consequences, such as disciplinary or legal action. Our industry has demanding standards around gift giving. We must avoid any situation that could appear like we are attempting to influence a healthcare professional's independent judgment. Different regions and different healthcare organizations have different policies about what gifts are allowed. But whenever gifts are allowed, they are required to be modest. It is never acceptable to give a valuable gift in this kind of business context. Now, does this mean that we can never accompany a healthcare professional to a sporting event, buy dinner for her at a restaurant, or bring in a floral arrangement for her office? No, but we have to be careful about who pays for what. Healthcare industry organizations not only put limits on the value of gifts we can give, but they also require that they be primarily for the benefit of patients or be associated with a physician's practice. In other words, they shouldn't be personal gifts. Meals must be modest and involve an educational component. But promotional materials, even gifts, like pens or pads of paper, are prohibited under those guidelines. Even though company-sponsored meals, drug samples, and other educational items can be given if they are within those modest limits. There may be additional restrictions as well. Some organizations, for example, research hospitals, prohibit any gift whatsoever from a pharmaceutical or medical device rep. Additionally, some regions, states, and countries impose more stringent restrictions than our industry's limits. Knowing these rules is especially critical if we do business with any government entity anywhere in the world. Offering a gift to a government employee, even for example, a doctor working for a government-run hospital, can put us at risk of violating global anti-corruption laws. Such laws prohibit giving anything of value to corporate representatives and government officials to keep or gain business. These gifts could be considered bribes, and both you and the company would face serious legal consequences. Going back to the situation where you consider giving a gift to the physician at the conference, it's probably obvious by now that the best course of action is to get advice from our legal or compliance department. In fact, a good rule of thumb is always to get advice before you give anything of value to anyone outside our company. In this case, you may be advised not to give any gift, or to give a gift of lesser value. Although it may have seemed like a good idea to offer him the valuable tickets, the doctor might well see that gift as your attempt to inappropriately influence him. If any gifts are allowable in such a situation, your customer is more likely to appreciate a small gesture, rather than a gift that could appear to compromise the integrity of either one of you. You, meanwhile, will have upheld our company's policies and our industry's ethical standards, protected your own professional reputation, and avoided disciplinary action. Now, doesn't that make you feel better already? If you have any questions about gifts and entertainment or other compliance issues, please contact our ethics or compliance office. We're here to help.